We're talking today with the CEO of Euro Manganese, Mr. Marco Romero. If you haven't known, Euro Manganese just completed a private placement where they raised $30 million. Now, Marco, can you elaborate a little bit more on what type of institutional investor this capital raising attracted? We know that a lot of investment mandates are now being driven by environmental, social, and governance principles, ESG. Is that the sort of investor that Euro Manganese attracts?
Very much so. We were really encouraged to see the quality of the investors that's come in. A lot of them are very large groups, and virtually all of them have a very strong focus, in some cases exclusively, on ESG-focused investments. And we got to see that in shining color this time.
And Marco, during VW Power Day, which was a week or so ago, there was a direct reference made in regards to the importance of manganese in the future of battery chemistry. What does this mean for Euro Manganese going forward? And has it changed or influenced your current strategy?
On March 15th, when Volkswagen held its Power Day, they revealed a plan to deploy a new generation of batteries that has a very high manganese content in them. That's, as you can imagine, incredibly encouraging for us. It is a validation of the strategy that we had set out to do to produce very high purity manganese products for the EV battery industry. And when it comes from a player like Volkswagen, which is the world's largest automaker, the scale of it all is really important. So I think the real effect is on the entire high purity manganese industry. It's particularly encouraging for us because we're in Europe, and Volkswagen also revealed a plan to have 6 battery factories, giant battery factories operating in Europe just to supply their own needs. And that's going to have a very strong impact on the market. And it's really encouraging because we believe we're extremely well positioned there, hopefully, to serve that market.
Now, Marco, in the past, you've mentioned that you've already been in discussions with several potential project partners and customers. Why is this so important, and what are the potential outcomes you want to gain from these partnerships?
The first thing we want to do is sell our products. We want to make sure that there's a good market for them. And importantly, that the type of relationships that we develop with customers allow us to secure very significant funding that this project will require in time to build this operation. So it is very much a commercially driven interest here in trying to make sure that we get our products sold in a bankable way, so that we can then access the best, lowest cost capital possible. It's all part of financing this project in the end.
And Marco, what are the next steps for Euro Manganese? What sort of for your shareholder base? What can the market expect?
The financing that we've just announced is a resounding mandate for us to move forward with 3 very important work fronts. The first one is the completion, commissioning, installation, and operation of our demonstration plant, which ties directly into these commercial agreements that I was referring to. It's what allows our products to be validated or qualified, as the industry says. The second one is the completion of all the technical work related to the feasibility study, the engineering that then defines the entire project, capital in, revenues, margins, etc. And then the third one is permitting. We have to finish now a well-advanced permitting process. We still have work to do. So the next several months will be focused largely on that, as well as all those commercial discussions that